So let's now discuss CVP analysis for a multi-product firm o yung mga company na more than one product ang binebenta. So, let's have problem 4 as shown on page 110. So, a firm sells 2 products, A and B. These account for 60% and 40% of the total sales pesos. Variable costs as percentage of sales is 60% for A and 85% for B. Fixed cost is 150,000. So, requirement 1, the weighted contribution margin ratio. No, kasi nga dalawa yung product natin. So, bibigyan natin ng weight. So, our solution, si A, ang contribution margin ratio niya is 40%, ano? And then, ang sales in pesos niya, ang weight is 60%. So, that's why 60% times 40%. Si B, ang kanyang weight in terms of sales in pesos is 40%. Ang kanya namang contribution margin ratio is 15%. No? 100 less 85. So, ang sagot natin sa requirement 1 is 30%. Requirement 2, break-even point in pesos. So, ang break-even point in pesos is fixed cost divided by contribution margin ratio. So, we substitute 150% or 150,000 divided by 30%. Our answer for requirement 2 is 500,000 pesos. Requirement 3. The sales pesos necessary to generate an income of 9,000 if total fixed cost will increase by 30%. So, ang ating target contribution margin is fixed cost plus net income. So, by substituting, ang ating target contribution margin is the fixed cost of 150,000 multiplied by 1.3 kasi nga mag-i-increase siya ng 30% plus yung target net income na 9,000. So, ibig sabihin, ang ating target contribution margin is 204,000. And then, compute na natin yung target sales. So, ang target sales is the target contribution margin divided by contribution margin ratio. So, we substitute 204,000 divided by 30%. So, our target sales is 680,000 pesos. So, yun po yung sagot natin sa requirement 3. 680,000 pesos. By the way, sales in units is impossible to determine kasi hindi masyadong kumpleto yung data ni problem 4. Let's have another problem, yung problem 5. So, a firm sells 2 products, B and W, at a rate of 2 units and 3 units respectively, and the following data are available. So, nirephrase ko lang ng konti yung ating problem 5. No? Pero may kita po yan sa page 111. So, first requirement is the weighted contribution margin per unit. So, si product B, ang contribution margin niya per unit is 4 pesos, 10 minus 6. Si W is 2 pesos, 5 minus 3. Kaya lang, ang weight nila, di ba, in terms of unit sales, for every 2 unit of D, meron kang 3 units of W. So, pinag-add natin yon 2 at 3. So, 5, yun yung ating denominator. So 2/5 para kay D at 3/5 para kay W. Yan. So binigyan natin ng weight yung kanilang contribution margin per unit. So ang sagot natin is 2 pesos and 80 centavos. Requirement 2. Break-even point in units combined. So, ang gagawin natin, yung fixed cost na 420,000, i-divide natin doon sa na-compute natin weighted contribution margin per unit, which is 280. So, ang sagot natin sa requirement 2 is 150,000 units. Requirement 3, weighted contribution margin ratio. So, ano yung solution natin dito? So, okay. So, gusto ko dito ipakita paano na-compute yung 57% tsaka 43% dito sa ating book. Ano? Kasi hindi siya pinakita. So, ang sales in pesos per mix, no? Kasi nga, di ba, makabenta tayo ng 2 units of D for every 3 units of W. So, multiply natin sila sa kanya-kanyang selling price. 2 times 10 pesos para kay D and 3 times 5 pesos para kay W for a total of 35 pesos. So, ibig sabihin, ang peso sales mix rate ni A is 20, no? Yung 20, which is 2 times 10, divided by 35. So, 57.14%. Alamang si B, 15 pesos, galing siya sa 3 times 5, divided by 35, 42.86%. So, ngayong na-compute na natin yung sales mix rate ng dalawa, we can now proceed with computing the weighted contribution margin ratio. So, para kay A, ang kanya kasing contribution margin ratio is 40%, si B 40% din. No, so i-multiply lang natin sila sa kanilang sales mix rate, yung 57.14% tsaka 42.86%. By the way, saan galing yung 40%? Pag binalikan mo si D, ang kanyang contribution margin per unit is 4 pesos, 10 minus 6. No? So, 4/10, 40%. Si ano naman, si W, nagkataon pareho silang 40%, pero ang kay W, yung computation niya is 5 minus 3, no? Yung selling price less variable cost si W. So, 5 minus 3 is 2 pesos, yung kanyang contribution margin per unit. So, kung i-express mo siya in percentage, 2 pesos over 5 pesos, that's 40%. Okay? So, multiply mo dun sa weight niya in sales mix na 42.86%. So, our weighted contribution margin ratio is therefore 40%. Pero nagkataon lang po siya na pare-pareho, individually, si product A, ang contribution margin niya is 40%, si product B is 40% din. No? So, nagkataon lang po yan. So, wag po nating isipin na lagi siyang pareho. No? Kaya hindi nakakapagtaka yung kanyang weighted contribution margin ratio is 40% din. No? So, pero nagkataon lang po yan, 40, 40, 40. No? Pero sa ibang problem, hindi po yan ganyan. So, para hindi tayo malito, kailangan ko lang i-remind na dun sa requirement 1, if you want to compute for the weighted contribution margin per unit, ang gagamitin mong weight is the unit sales. No? So, you will use the unit sales in weight computation. Pero if you are going to compute for the weighted contribution margin ratio, you will use the peso sales in weight computation. Requirement 4, combined break-even point in sales pesos. So, ang break-even point natin in pesos will be computed by dividing the total fixed cost of 420,000 by 40%, which is the weighted contribution margin ratio. So, ang sagot natin sa requirement 4 is 1,050,000. Requirement 5, break-even point in peso sales per product. So, isa-isa kay product D at kay product W. So, ang gagamitin natin formula, combined break-even point in pesos times peso sales mix ratio. So, for product D, that will be 599,970. For product W, 450,030. Okay, for problem 5, I will propose an alternative solution which you may find easier to understand. Okay? So, yung alternative solution ko na posible na mas madali ninyong maintindihan, we will assume or we will use some assumptions. Okay, so given sa ating problem na ang ratio ng sales in units ni D&W is 2:3. So for this alternative solution, we will assume that the two products are sold as a package, no? So parang bultuhan, no? Magkasama sila in a package. And in each package, there will be 2 units of D and 3 units of W. Okay? So yun yung assumption natin for this alternative solution. They will be sold in a package together, D and W, and then each package will contain 2 Ds and 3 Ws. The relevant information for one package is shown on the table that follows. So, ito ngayon yung information natin about our package. Yan. Okay, so, ang ating package will be sold for 35 pesos each. Okay? So, ang ating package will contain 2 units of D and 3 units of W. Actually, doon natin nakuha yung 35 pesos. Ano? 2 times 10 pesos para kay D. So, that's 20 pesos. For W, 3 times 5 pesos. So, that's 15 pesos. And then we combine 20 plus 15, 35. Okay? Para sa variable cost, syempre, may iba din, no? Para kay D, dahil 2 units yan, edi 12 pesos. Para kay 3, dahil 3 units yan, edi 9 pesos. So, combined unit variable cost is 21 pesos. So, contribution margin combined din, no? So, obvious naman, si D8, W6, so you combine 14 pesos. So, ito po yung ating relevant information about our package. Again, a very important assumption in our alternative solution, si D and W will be sold as a package together. Each package, you can imagine a box, no? So each box will contain 2 Ds and 3 Ws. Let us now proceed with the solution. For requirement 2 and requirement 5, we are asked to compute for the break-even point in units combined and break-even point in sales pesos individually for product D and W. Okay, so let's solve. Break-even point in terms of package, so you will divide the fixed cost by the package contribution margin, no? So halos kapareho rin lang to nung yung ginagamit natin kanina, di ba? Break-even point in units is fixed cost divided by contribution margin per unit. Pero dito, ginawa natin nga siyang package. So, kaya ang solution natin, break-even point in package equals fixed cost divided by package contribution margin. So, we substitute now, 420,000 pesos divided by 14 pesos. So, this means para maka-break-even tayo, we need to sell 30,000 packages. Since each package contains 2 Ds and 3 Ws, we can compute for the break-even point per product as follows. So, di ba, magsasolve ka ng 30,000 packages. No? Yun yung kailangan mong mabenta para maka-break-even. Eh, di ba, bawat package contains 2 Ds and 3 Ws. So that means para maka-break even, we have to sell 30,000 times 2, 60,000 units of D. For product W, 30,000 times 3, di ba? That will give you 90,000 units. So, kung i-combine natin yan, break-even point in combined units, 60,000 plus 90,000 equals 150,000. Yun po yung hinihingi ni requirement 2. No? Break-even point in units combined. Para kay requirement 5, wait, nakalimutan na yata natin yung requirement 5 natin. Wait. Ang sinolve pala natin dito na requirement 5 is in units. Dapat pala in pesos kasi yung hinihingi niya. So, multiply mo lang yung 60,000 units ni D at 90,000 units ni W by their respective prices. Pero I think meron siya mamaya. Parang na-discuss ko siya dun sa sunod na slide. Okay, anyway, yun yung gagawin doon. No? To satisfy requirement 5, yung na-solve natin dito na 60 and 90, yung multiply by their respective selling price na 10 pesos for product B and 5 pesos for product W. Okay, so let's now proceed. Requirement 3, weighted contribution margin ratio. So pagka ginamit natin yung package, madali lang. Yung combined contribution margin na 14 pesos, divide mo lang sa 35 pesos na combined selling price, no? Yung selling price ng isang package. So our weighted contribution margin ratio is 40%. No? 14 divided by 35. Requirement 4, combined break-even in sales. Break-even point in sales. Pesos. So, matatandaan natin, di ba, si product D, from the previous slide, magbebenta tayo ng 60,000 units. So, times 10 pesos, 600,000 pesos. Si product W, 90,000 units ang kailangang mabenta to break even, times 5 pesos, so, 450,000 pesos. So, i-combine natin yan, that will give you 1,050,000 pesos for requirement 4. Wait.